Hey everyone, and welcome to Golgari Fight Club, where the first rule of Golgari Fight Club is play some 6 power creatures early, such as Shakedown Heavy and Archfiend of the Dross, then back it up with fight rigging to give it a +1/+1 counter. That means you're automatically going to have a creature with power 7 or greater, which means we can play the big boys, including Phyrexian Fleshgorger, Nissa Ascended Animist, and Tyrranax Rex. We've got the early game down thanks to Cut Down, Drowning Ichor, and Choking Miasma, and the fight in Golgari Fight Club, Bushwhack. That's the deck, let's get into the games. Alright, going first, we've got quite a good hunt, we're going to keep it. We've got Bushwhack, Armored Scrapgorger, and then if the Armored Scrapgorger survives and our opponent plays something, we've got something we can play on 3. But I doubt the Scrapgorger is going to survive. Especially if we're up against mono black. It does. Okay. Cool. In which case, I am just going to play the Archfiend of the Dross. Hopefully my opponent doesn't play something like Go for the Throat. That would be annoying. If my opponent decides to attack with Tenacious Underdog, I'm not going to block. That, however, I'm going to kill. Oh yes, absolutely not. Not even going to fight. Nah. Haha. Gonna go to attacks. Gonna swing. Down to 12. I'll play the Shakedown Heavy as well. Get rid of Glisser. So we even have some backup Glisser just in case, yeah? We even have a Bushwhack. Are they thinking of bushwhacking with Glisser? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Yeah. Cool. In which case, I'm just going to play a second Archfiend of the Dross. We'll exile the second Glisser. We'll... I don't really want a Bushwhack, but I'm going to. Put our opponent on 8. See if they want to untap and let us draw a card. Yeah, they do. Okay. Got Cut Down. Alright. Cool. Off to a good start. That's what happens when we can get both Shakedown Heavy and Archfiend going. But yeah. Let's go. Double Bushwhack. Not keeping this. Down to 6. We'll keep this. Probably take the Drowning Ichor to the bottom, which doesn't feel great, but it is what it is. We'll play the Forest, make our opponent think we're mono green or something. Something I have noticed in the Mire is that I play a lot more forests, it seems, than other people who like this sort of deck. I am just going to play the fight rigging now. I want to get the hideaway. Yeah, double for Archfiend of Dross seems sick. We'll attack. Perfect. And unfortunately for my opponent, maybe they can deal with one. There's Fable. But they probably can't deal with two. And next turn I'm going through the air for 14. Now if I draw a land, well, there's a couple of options I've got. I've got Fight Rigging. I can also cut down the Wandering Mind. We'll see what they've got for me. There's Fable. Choosing not to attack. Both on down to 3. If I was to cut this down, what say you, opponent? Play a second Fight Rigging. Yeah, they haven't got anything, have they? We'll take the Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Play the... Oh, yeah. Play the Prototype, because I'm an idiot. Don't play the Prototype. Play the actual version. That was a stupidly weird flex that I definitely didn't mean to do. Luckily it didn't cost me, but it can. Alright, 2 very fast starts. Armored Scrapgorger already proving very useful. This hand is all the gear and no idea. We've got ways of dealing with our opponent, but we don't actually have any way of winning the game with this hand. I'm going to keep for content. Not convinced this is a good hand to keep. Well, there's Tyrranax. Okay. Play the Swamp. Give us access to cut down. Sure thing, opponent. Did somebody keep a one-lander with all the cut downs? I bet they did. I bet you did. Here's a Shakedown Heavy. Cut that down. Okay. There's a second Tyrranax Rex. This could be problematic. Gaining 2 life. I am just going to use this Bushwhack to search for a basic land. Get those out the deck. Gain 2 life. There's a very good reason my opponent would have kept this hand. I ain't seeing it though. We will take the... We'll stick the Tyrranax Rex underneath. Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Yeah, sure. We're just going to cut this down now. There's Nissa. So, because my opponent has no way of buffing the Phyrexian Fleshgorger right now, I'm okay with that happening. There's another go for the throat. no real way of beefing up. I'll just make a 2-2. Just going to do that. Yeah, so I'm going to force my opponent to use Phyrexian Fleshgorger to deal with the Nissa. Down to 25. Oh no. Yeah, that's okay. Nissa's done her job. Yeah, my turn. There's Shakedown Heavy. We'll play this Tyrranax Rex. Say hello to my little friend. Down to 13. End the turn. Phyrexian Obliterator. Seen that one before. Not today, Satan. Do I just... Oh, I'm one short. I am one short. Yeah, let's do that. See if my opponent wants to draw a card. Let's draw a card. Looks like they do. One turn off, killing my opponent. Yeah, sure. Sorry, opponent. I have a second go for the throat for that. One turn off, being able to hardcast the two Tyrranax Rexes in my hand. It's interesting as I get a text message. The problem with this deck is that you will often end up with your... Because we play so many big threats, there are times I've had multiple Tyrranax Rexes in my hand that I'm just not able to cast. But the armored, what's it called? The armored corpse gorger or whatever it's called really helps with accelerating. But this does occasionally happen, and it does bite me in the ass. But my opponent kept to one lander, so it's their fault really. Opponent going first. Shakedown Heavy, Archfiend of the Dross. We have plenty of ways of making our opponent miserable. Drawing fight rigging here would be amazing. We'll just have to see how it goes. Mono red. And we're on the draw. And there's Nissa. Okay. Not really what I wanted to see. Maybe we can race them. It's unlikely. Armored Scrapgorger is probably going to get a lightning bolt to the face. A lightning strike to the face, sorry. Play with fire. Okay. Does my opponent have mechanized warfare? They have squee. Okay. Block here will take 5 down to 11. Do I just play the Shakedown Heavy defensively and pass? I think I do. I mean, what else am I going to do? My opponent's had a very fast start. Mechanized Warfare is just death. Reckless Impulse, okay. That is such a good Reckless Impulse. Holy. Squeeze gotta go. I'm still taking 4, 6. Yeah, down to 5. Shakedown Heavy, go for the throat. I mean, go for the throat and Phoenix Chicks doesn't do anything. There's only Reckless Impulse in there at the moment. And you can't actually play the Squee. Lightning Strike just, again, kills me. But there's nothing I can do about that. So right now I can just play to my outs. That's smart. Actually, it's not smart, because my opponent doesn't seem to realise that... they have more than me. So I'll go down to 4. Like, double play with fire is just lethal. It has 1 card in hand. It's probably another 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably another land. Based on how they've been playing, it's probably a land. It's not looking good. Yep. Blockers. Block here. Block here. Block here. Block like this. Again, Lightning Strike just kills me, so... that's okay. That's not, though. 5 damage. Okay. Is it a spirit? No, it's a demon. Gonna get rid of that. Put my opponent on 14. Fight Rigging has to find another Archfiend of the Dross. 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the only way I win. It doesn't, but it does find a Drowning Ichor. But I think I'm dead anyway. Yeah. I've got to play around my opponent messing up. The only way they win is if they block with something. Okay. We got to do this. End the turn. Opponent's on 8. Ah. No. Are you serious? That's such a good draw. Oh. Well played. They had plenty of outs. Don't get me wrong, they had plenty of outs, but that was a really close game. That was a lot of fun. Okay, opponent going first. The hand's okay. Tyrranax Rex in our opening hand's not great, but we'll keep. Don't need to use Bushwhack just yet. I don't want to reveal I'm playing a second. I don't want to reveal I'm playing a second color. I will now. I'm going to save to go for the throat. The thinking is that they could play something like Graveyard Trespasser. I think that's a bigger threat. If they play Phyrexian Fleshgorger, then I can just go for the throat to the Tenacious Underdog at the end of the turn and drown in Ichor the Fleshgorger. Cool. I will happily discard this Tyrranax Rex. It's doing nothing for me. I should have played Deathcap Glade instead of the Forest. Hopefully that 1 damage doesn't come back to bite me. Now, if my opponent plays Shakedown Heavy, I've got Drown and Ichor for it. If they play Archfiend with the Dross, there's Bushwhack. Okay, yeah, it's the Mire. Go for the throat. Yeah, I'd have done that too. That's 12. There's Phyrexian Fleshgorger. There's Deathcap Glade. Yeah, I'll just play the Fleshgorger here. I can go to 9. Or I'll actually go down to 8. We'll end turn. If they do play, the reason why I need to keep this Bushwhack and Drown and Ichor back is if they do play Archfiend of the Dross, which, you know, since it's the Mire they will be playing, I need to be able to Drown and Ichor and Bushwhack it. Okay. I'll play the Llanowar Wastes and end the turn. Next turn, I can attack, bring out Nissa. I'd like to Bushwhack. Yeah, there's Reckoner Bankbuster. Some versions of this deck do play Reckoner Bankbuster, others do not. If I play the Animist, I go to 7. But you can do a lot of filthy things. I think there's a couple of options. We can either... I've got a timeout, right? We can either play the Nissa and have fun, go down to 7, but make a 4/4, or we can Bushwhack the Phyrexian Fleshgorger with the Tenacious Underdog. I think, though, the play is I'm just going to make a... Ascended Animist. Make myself a Phyrexian Horror. No attacks. End the turn. Wow. I do genuinely think we just kill the Bankbuster here. Do we not? Oh, they probably have, yeah, I'm gonna kill the Bankbuster. I think I'm also gonna Bushwhack with the Phyrexian Fleshgorger. And then... Or do I? Invoke Despair just kills me, right? Invoke Despair just kills me. If I go down to 5... No, let's be patient. No attacks. End turn. I sack the token, I sack the Nissa. I go to 5, they attack with everything. Well, if they have Bushwhack, yeah, we're dead. I'll gain some life. There's a third Nissa just in case. Yeah. Not today. Phyrexian Obliterator just breaks the mirror. Be entering maintenance soon. Okay. Yeah, Phyrexian Obliterator just breaks the mirror. I think this deck is a cautionary tale. When it runs hot, it runs really hot and you feel amazing. And when it doesn't run hot, you get like multiple Nissas or you get multiple Tyrranaxes in your opening hand and you feel miserable and you can't do anything right. I went 3-3 with this version of the deck. In the end, we got cut short slightly due to maintenance, but it's save your wildcards for this. I wouldn't recommend crafting it. I think there are better Golgari decks out there. I really like the look of Legend VD's Ninja Golgari deck. Actually looks really sick. So if you want to craft a Golgari deck and you get the Golgari daily quest, go for that one instead. Golgari Fight Club's not really doing it. I prefer this version because it's got Archfiend and Dross, which I think is a better win condition than Phyrexian Obliterator. There's just too many ways of dealing with that card right now. And it's also very difficult to get 4 black mana out when you're also quite reliant on green. I just think this version of the deck is more consistent, but your mileage may vary on that. But yeah, tons of fun. Check it out for yourself. There's the deck list in the description below, and I'll even leave a pinned comment to EtherHub. Any changes I'd make, like there's arguments as to what the Drowning Ichor and Go for the Throat combo should be. I've seen some versions that go 4 and 2. I've seen others that go 2 and 4. The problem with Drowning Ichor at the moment is that it's sorcery speed, and you need that instant speed. Does a lot of work. In terms of Bushwhack, do you run 2? Do you run 3? I think we're undecided on that. But yeah, everything else I'm okay with. Maybe with Tyrranax and Nissa, maybe you want to play Titan of Industry. Give that a go, see what happens. In terms of the mana base, the only thing that I would perhaps suggest is if you do fancy, if you're finding 23 lands not good enough for you, consider running 24. Do you want to run Zeotora's Proving Ground, for example, to go along with the fight rigging and cycle your way through your extra lands in order to find some good stuff? It's entirely up to you. But whether you play this deck with Phyrexian Obliterator or not, I don't think this deck is it right now. But that's my personal opinion. But yeah, give it a go. Let me know what you think. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more Magic the Gathering action, don't forget to leave a like on the video to support the channel and subscribe as well. You can also check out this video I did with Selesnya Toxic, which is doing very well on the ladder right now. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye bye!